So without further ado, Simran Singh.
Hello, God. Hello, universe. Hello, source. Hello in all the many names that you come in. Tom, Dick, Harry, Jane, Michelle, Susie. Thank you for my rose. You're always sending me conversations with the universe. You've been doing it all the time. I didn't realize it, though. I remember the moment, many moments, where I was trying to make sense of life instead of sensing life, where I was trying to make meaning out of what was instead of making each moment meaningful. You see, I remember the day that I bought this outfit. I was as dead as these trees on my dress. I was in the fashion industry for 30 years. I didn't know at the time that we're attracted to everything that is us, or in fact that everything that's out there is actually us, speaking to us about us. How amazing. I was a dead tree, yet I could see so many dead trees when I helped them in the store. They would come in and they'd have this glazed over look in their eyes. The sparkle would be gone. They were trying to fill up with things, with activities, with escape methods. I could see that, but I didn't want to recognize it in myself. I watched them. In that moment, I didn't know to ask the questions that actually help you to understand that you are everything. The questions like, where is that in me? Where is that in me? Where is that in me? What is this rose? This conversation actually is signifying trust. Isn't that the journey this year for me? For all of us, all of the time. Red, with a hint of fuchsia, signifying the heart, where we're supposed to live from. The messages today, an octagon, 8 sides, still symbolizing infinity. The I Ching, sacredness. We're always at a doorway. We're always on a path. There's 2 levels to us, a foundation and something higher. And then we lift up. When we find our voice in combination with our heart, the blue and the green, it echoes like a dome would. What if everything that showed up for me was actually trying to tell me something? You know, I figured that out. Around this time, I had to let go of everything in my life. I had been in a situation where there was a lot of betrayal and addiction, a lot of pain. Someone I loved very much was quite emotionally and verbally abusive. He'd finally left, had a lot of addictions, and I didn't realize his addictions were to show me my own. You see, I was addicted to him. I was addicted to culture, what I thought I had to be, who I thought I had to express as, but I couldn't see that in that moment. I had become the walking dead. I couldn't feel, completely numb, a workaholic. I could go through days and not remember a single person that I saw or a single task that I did, even though I could do them all quite well. And then the numbers started coming. Only after I asked, you see. I'm a conversation to you today. My name is Simran. Simran means from the lips of the divine to the ears of the divine. From the lips of the divine to the ears of the divine. From the lips of the divine to the ears of the divine. It's what we all are. I know that mantra that I had for years. We have these mantras trying to be them until the moment comes that we are them. Close your eyes. Let me take you into my mantra. Take a deep breath. Inhale. In love. Hold the breath of love. Exhale with love. Hold the space as love. Inhale in love. Hold the breath of love. Exhale with love. Hold the space as love. In love, of love, with love, as love, in love, of love, with love, as love. You see, we are in love all of the time. We are with love all of the time. We are of love all of the time. What some, perhaps many, have forgotten is that we are to be as love all of the time. The numbers would appear on everything. License plates, billboards, football jerseys, roller skates, mailboxes, trains, bulldozers, store receipts. 1111, 111, everywhere. If the universe could talk to me in numbers, how many other ways was the universe talking to me? I've had many conversations on the Rebel Road. This journey of 66 plus cities that goes through July of next year was guidance that I got. You see, with all the work that I had done, with all the healing that I had done since my 1111 experience, and the creation of 1111 Magazine and 1111 Talk Radio, and all the good that I was doing in the world, certain significant things had not changed. I was still hiding. I was hiding behind a computer. I was hiding behind a phone. I was creating modes of healing for myself and others, places of expression, for connection, for community. And people were connecting to me, but I was still isolating. I was still behind the scenes. I still didn't have what my heart truly wanted, which was to hold the divine, to see the divine, to be intimately with the divine. My experiences had made me a hermit. I locked myself in my house and stayed there all of the time. But I could create beautiful things. And then the moment came when I finally had the courage to leave this 18-year arranged marriage that had facilitated my ability to be this hermit hiding inside of a house. In that moment, I was back at the exact same place that I was 8 years prior, except that I wasn't on the floor in tears. I wasn't broken. I wasn't the walking dead anymore. But I was still asking the questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Who will I be now? We think we're these spacesuits, these bodies. That's all they are, you know, they're spacesuits. They have gadgets and they have whistles. They have all these ways to tell us what we need to know. They are conversations with the universe, too. We think we're spiritual beings having a human experience. Perhaps. I don't think you can keep spirit in a bottle, which is what we try to do. But that one always perplexed me. Because if we're spiritual beings having a human experience, that means when we leave here, we're just as separate and individuated as we are now. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. We're supposed to be one. We are oneness. So that means there has to be something else. There has to be a greater mass, something that's brilliant and shining and shimmering with color, light, and sound, that is the expression of love and beauty, power and presence, that perhaps was a mass here before any of this was here, and that we are each a part of it, coming down to each express our own unique voice, our own unique genius. We each have that, you know, our unique genius that is our puzzle piece, that is our conversation with the rest of the universe. So if I'm that, then that means I'm not on a journey. I am the journey. I am the journey. That would mean that I am experiencing itself. I call myself Simran, but I am really experiencing itself. So if that's the case, me and my state of who am I, why am I here, means that I simply don't need to seek a purpose. I don't need to seek to be an author or a teacher or even a mom or to create something that is tangible. I need to seek an experience. I need to understand what it is I want to feel and experience from myself as experience experiencing itself. So what shall it be now? I want intimacy. I want to connect in a way that I've never connected with you, Source, with the you that is in every person that is out there, with the you that is in every sacred space inside and out, with the you that is in every animate and inanimate object. Show me who you are and let me be one with you. How shall we do this? I'm tired of being in school. I don't know that you created this as a school. Maybe we got it all wrong. Perhaps this is a playground. Maybe it's not a school at all. Maybe we decided to have this as a playground and just got way too serious. Perhaps it's time to lighten up. So if that's the case, who I've been has gotten me as far as I can go. Because I don't have a funny bone in my body. I'm probably the most serious person on the planet. I'm spiritual, you know. And if I look at my name, my nickname's See Me, so why am I hiding? I should be out there so people can see me. Our name is our nature. In fact, everything means something. My middle name's Preet. It means love. That means I am love. I should be love everywhere I go. That should be what I express and be as. My last name is Singh. You think I can sing? I've never tried before. I mean, sure, I've been in the car, but I turned the volume way up because I don't even want to hear myself. I could give it a shot. I've not really ventured outside my house very much. Sure, I've gone on trips of silence to the mountains. I love the mountains. They've helped me dig deeper. But I want to have some fun. I'm tired of not having any fun. I don't think a lot of people know how to have fun. And you know, I grew up way too fast. I was an adult at age 4, doing a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have been doing at age 4. So I want to be silly, and I want to have sleepovers. I've never had sleepovers before. And I want to play. So what do you think, universe? How do I do that? Show me. Tell me. Give me a sign. That's odd. A comedy site popped up out of nowhere. Well, there's another sign for a comedian and a singer. Are you trying to tell me to sing and laugh and try to be funny? Let me meditate and see what happens. An RV? I'm a hotel chick. I don't camp. You want me to get in an RV with my 2 kids? Drive around the country. 66 cities. I get you like double numbers, okay? I get it. And I'm not supposed to have a plan. And I'm not supposed to control it? Of course not. We're just like those plants, aren't we? That's another thing we've gotten all wrong. We're seeds. Seeds waiting to blossom. The problem is, we've been seeds that are trying to say, I want to be the rose, I want to be the rose, instead of enjoying the fact that we're the seed. Until one day we're the stalk. But even then we say, I want to have leaves, I want to have leaves. Or let me have thorns, let me have thorns. What if I just let myself be the seed? What if I truly allow life to be that organic? We are a naturally unfolding system, naturally organizing. It only makes sense that everything would line up if we just surrender and let go, if we just trust. That's the problem, isn't it? We don't trust you, universe. We don't trust you one bit. Never trusted you. In fact, we don't trust the world. We don't trust each other. The biggest secret, we don't trust ourselves. That's why you send the conversations, isn't it? So that we get that tapping all of the time. And when we discover that tapping and when it's happening, we develop that conversation with you. And you guide us. And then we develop the trust. Okay, I'll do it. I'll even sing. I'll try to be funny. We'll see, that could happen. I'll get a vocal coach, but I only have time for 6 lessons. But I figure, 66 cities, I'm supposed to be experiencing itself. By the end of that, I ought to be a great singer, right? Yeah. Okay, but I'm not driving the bus. You're going to have to send me somebody to drive. And I'm no homeschool teacher. So you have to send me a teacher. And you got to send me somebody to play with. I want somebody to have fun with. I want somebody to be a little silly girl with. So send me that. And send me conversations with the universe every step of the way. Every step of the way. 2 weeks later, I got a phone call. A woman I met in Machu Picchu just before I went into 11 days in silence. We spoke for about 30 minutes. She called me up. We'd only exchanged a couple of emails since then. And she said, Simi, I had a dream about you last night. I dreamt that you wanted me to drive you somewhere. You were asking me to. Where are we going? Well, Deb, we're going around the country. We're going on a tour. And I can't tell you where the vehicle's coming from. And I can't tell you where we're going. And I have no idea who's going to show up. And I'm going to put on this show, but I have no idea what that's going to look like either, because every single show is supposed to be different. It's supposed to be different because we're supposed to be different every single day. Why should we live a homogenized life that is the same life day after day after day? Are you in? Can you let go of your known self and dive into the unknown? She said yes. And then another friend called that I hadn't spoken to in 2 years because we had lost touch. And she said, Simmy, I never see 1111. It's been showing up for 2 weeks. I think it was a sign to call you. I told her about my vision. She said, I want to go. I said, Tuck, you can't go. You have a husband. You can't just leave your husband for 11 months to get in an RV with a brown chick and 2 kids and no plan? How crazy is that? She said, Simmy, you just told me the whole purpose of this vision, the mission of this vision, is that we have absolutely no excuse to not live our dreams. No excuse at all. You just told me that you can't use the excuses of no money, being a single mom with 2 kids, thinking other people are not going to understand, that you've had an education in one area and you want to go in a different direction. You can't use the excuses that you've got debt, or that you have people to take care of, or that you have a partner. Larry's going to understand. And you know what? He did. He actually was fine with it. He's flown in to visit us a couple of times. He celebrates every step of the way. I'd never seen true spiritual partnership in such a way, where one being so honored the other being's journey that they celebrated it. Except that Tuck was that for me. You see, I want to be Peter Pan. I think we're all meant to be Peter Pan. And the universe sent me my Tucker Bell. We clap all the time and laugh all the time. And since I started this journey, I think I found the fountain of youth. I think that rather than the Botox and the facelifts and the energy drinks, all we have to do is dive into our heart. I have more energy than I've ever had before. I hardly need any sleep. I get more done than I did before. I look 5 years younger. Actually, I look younger today than 5 years ago. I look younger today than I did 10 years ago. I think it's because I'm following my heart finally. I disconnected the brain, and I followed the heart. I went down my rebel road. And I followed my conversations with the universe every step of the way. You see, a teacher did show up. I'll give you a little tidbit in today's show. A teacher showed up, but when we got to Vermont, something happened. I went and I did the Vermont show at this amazingly beautiful spiritual center like this one. And at the end of the show, this woman comes up to me and she says, I didn't know you from Adam. And I'm completely inspired by what you had to say. I actually came because I met Tuck several years ago. I went to a little town in South Carolina called Lexington. There was a center there called Believe, and Tuck was renting a space there to do a workshop. And I saw on Facebook that she was here, so I decided to come hear your talk and just see her. But now I'm so inspired by what you had to say that I'm going to throw this out there, and it's a long shot. I'm a certified teacher. I'm tired of telling kids to sit down in classrooms and be quiet. I think life is our schoolroom, that we're meant to play and have an adventure. I would so love to be the guardian of 2 kids and usher them in that way. So if for some reason Maggie ever decides to leave, please consider me. I thanked her. We went home to our RV. We packed up, went to bed. The next morning at 6 a.m., Maggie came over. Simmy, I need you to take me to the airport. I'm going to get a car. I'm going home. Oh my goodness, the universe solved my problem before I knew I had a problem. Look at how it works. It was solved. Maybe everything just lines up when we line up. And I've had one event after another that have happened like that. But the interesting thing is the dots connect, because the very center that woman drove to in South Carolina to attend that workshop was my center. How does that happen? And when we got to Burlington the first night, I had to go out looking for a grocery store, and I couldn't find one. And I made a wrong turn, and I ended up in a neighborhood. And I stopped in front of one house to try to reorganize my GPS to get somewhere. Do you know I stopped in front of her house? How amazing is that? Are we that connected? Perhaps we're far more connected than we allow ourselves to believe. So this journey has been done without a plan, completely trusting life, knowing that everything and anything would show up. I'm not a teacher or a guru standing here. I'm just like you. I want to be loved. I want to serve. I want to be in community. I don't like to feel pain. I don't like to see others in pain. The RV showed up 3 weeks before we were supposed to leave. It just showed up. The places we were to go for the first leg of the trip, there was nothing at the beginning of August. Mid-August, there were 42 cities. We didn't plan it. We allowed it. That is the time we're in. Time for allowing ourselves, allowing us to know that every piece of the world is us, speaking to us, ready to give to us if we will receive us. That is the giving and receiving. Conversations are happening all of the time. All of the time. And the songs showed up too. There was this one song called Conversations with the Universe that this gentleman from Greenville, South Carolina sent me. It was the very first song I received. When I heard it, it was the essence of my book. He happened to come to Charleston, and I invited him to breakfast because I wanted to thank him. And while we were sitting there, I said, Nikki, I wanted to give you a copy of my book, just as a thank you, but you've already read it. I mean, the song sounds just like it. He said, I've never read your book. I couldn't afford to buy it. But you helped me fulfill a dream. In that moment, I got it. When we say yes to that tugging that's in our heart, that dream that has been there, that on this side we've been saying, oh, I would love to do that. But that this other side of us over here is saying, I can't do that yet. Time will come. I can't do that yet. I'm too afraid. I can't do that yet. I'm not ready. I'm not perfect. I'm not qualified enough. But when we move back over here and we say that yes anyway, we actually become the piece that all the other strings and strands of dreams that are connected to our vision are then able to fulfill. When we say no, we become the place of stuckness. And we hold everyone else up too. Is that why our world is stuck? Is that why so many people are stuck? It's because we're not stepping into who we are by diving into the dreams and the passions that we hold. Our government shut down a couple of weeks ago. What was that conversation? Maybe it's time to shut down this government and allow this one to take over. There's nothing random. It is all a message speaking back to you, because there's only one of us here, and it's you, and it's you, and it's you, and it's me. And we're each living our own bubble of experience, where we get to be the star of our own movie. where we've created a stage and a set and a backdrop and an audience that is God, that is us, simply so that we discover who we are. You see, we are made in the image and likeness of our Creator, and that is not a man or a woman in the sky. It is creation itself. So as the sons and daughters of creation, the only thing that we have to do here is continually birth, create, experience, and be alive. All we have to do is follow our conversations with the universe. Our conversations with the universe happening all the time. Would you put that song on for me, please? Let's see if I can remember all the words this time. I forgot them in the first show. And a woman came up afterward and she said, I'm an opera singer and I would not step into my calling because my biggest fear was forgetting a verse. You've shown me that's okay. I'm going to go be an opera singer. What if we don't have to be perfect either? Maybe that is the healing. Conversations with the universe are happening all the time. Within the stillness in your heart, messages will appear. Symbols, numbers, and intuition serve as one. A divine spark will tug the strings deep inside your heart. We are one, not just ships passing in the night. We are one, not just rainbows in the dark. We are one on this rebel road we're on. We are one. We are one. We are one. Conversations with the universe reveal your sacred path. In this higher love, you'll see the signs and guide your way back home, directing you, guiding you where natural order reigns. A divine plan unfolds in grace as you glide beyond your fears. We are one, not just ships passing in the night. We are one, not just rainbows in the dark. We are one on this rebel road we're on. We are one. What is that calling in your heart? That tapping that the signs and the symbols and the messages keep appearing. They're asking you to follow this, not this. They're asking you to understand that the universe has got your back. That all you have to do is step into that place of excitement, of wonder, of possibility, and let it unfold. Are you watching? Are you listening? Are you sensing? Conversations with the universe, hidden language of the soul. It's time to connect the dots, see how the world speaks to you. Creative, intuitive, and powerful you'll become. Find that inner voice and then you'll see how the magic fills the air. We are one, not just ships passing in the night. We are one, not just rainbows in the dark. We are one on this rebel road we're on. We are one. We are one. Conversations with the universe, it's time to come back home. In the light of a brand new day, the illusion is undone. Many voices, many hearts, we are children of the sun. In celebration reigning everywhere, our essence is reclaimed. We are one, not just ships passing in the night. We are one. We are one on this rebel road we're on. We are one. That was the song that Nikki downloaded. That's the essence of my book. How connected we are. My voice has gotten stronger over these 20 shows and 6 voice lessons. I can actually remember the words now. There were some shows I actually made up words. And you know, in that case, it worked. It was what that audience needed to hear. What if we are already perfect, even in our imperfection? What if we simply need to be examples for one another, to give each other permission to be ourselves, to be real, to show what it means to follow the heart and love ourselves enough to do so? And what if we just believe? I remember when I got the stress, I had very straight hair. I worked in a family business, and there was a young lady in the business. She had the most gorgeous curly hair I'd ever seen. I loved her hair. And there was one day she happened to walk in, and I said on that day, with such conviction and belief, I will to have curly hair. This showed up the next morning. Isn't that amazing? After 6 voice lessons, having no idea what this show was even going to look like in the beginning of August, having only 1 song at that point, struggling to try to make it work, I lost my voice. And when it came back, it was a different voice. How powerful are we that we don't even realize? Maybe we simply have to decide what we want. Have the courage to step out there and have it. Have it, not do it. Have it. And then we have the ability to literally change the fabric of reality. Physically, energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Literally change everything. I get that you know intellectually you are the divine. It's time now to let it drop into here and be the divine in love, of love, with love, and as love, because we are one. Namaste. Thank you. Inhale in love. Hold the breath of love. Exhale with love. Hold the space as love. Dear Mother, Father, God, Holy and Divine Source, we sing and stand in a circle of gratitude, able to recognize, revere, and celebrate all the many reflections of ourselves and of you. We ask that each reflection now connect in such a deep way that it integrate within each and every one of us, that we truly know in our hearts that we are one, that connection fan the ember of unique genius and passion that rests within our soul, that we each step forward in right thought, right word, and right action to be the blazing fire upon the planet, allowing healing, transformation, and transmutation, allowing each and every one of us the opportunity to experience ourselves as you would experience in, as, and through us. We ask that we discover our light, our color, and our sound in its radiance, its brilliance, and its possibility. We ask that in every moment of every day, in every breath, that everything that we glance upon, we see the divine reflection that is, that we walk in that we become the examples of that. And in doing so, we create the oneness that always has been and will always be. In love, of love, with love, and as love, we are. oneness. Take a deep breath. Hold the breath as the Creator had held the breath. Exhale the breath for your possibility. And now life holds the space for its unfoldment. Blessings.